When I was about 35 years old, I experienced something very unsettling and very strange while driving. It was the winter of 2006, and I worked for the very well-known FedEx company. My job was to deliver packages to the correct people and have them sign a paper, and on top of that, I of course had to do a lot of driving. Normally, I would work for at least 5 to 7 hours a day, but if I got lucky, I would work 4 to 5 hours. One day, I was finishing up my shift and I just delivered a package to an address. On my way back, the sky began to become dark and cloudy, and it instantly began to rain. Eventually, I came across a bridge that was about 5 miles long. I have gyrophobia, which basically means that I have fears of bridges and heights. As I'm driving across the bridge, I began to notice that no other cars or vehicles were on the bridge, which I found confusing. It was raining pretty hard, and the water below the bridge was splashing with extreme violence. Fast forward to about 5 minutes later, I'm about halfway across the bridge, when I swear to you, I saw what looked like a child standing on the edge of the bridge, as if she were planning to jump off. I stopped my truck immediately and was planning on getting out. However, she didn't jump. She stood on the edge of the bridge, putting both her arms out. At this point, I'm confused out of my mind. Why is there a little girl standing at the edge of a bridge in extreme weather? These thoughts rushed through my head. I couldn't just leave her like this, so I got out of the truck, practically running to get her. But she must have heard me coming to her, and she then turned around, faced me, and then jumped off. I cursed to myself and looked down at the water. There was no sign of her anywhere. At that point, I gave up and accepted the fact that she must have drowned from the crushing water. Now, fast forward to when I was around 40, which is 5 years later to be exact. I had quit being a trucker and was working at a local supermarket. I had made friends with one of my employees named Dan. We'd talk almost every day, and he seemed like a cool guy to hang with. One day, while we were talking over the phone, I for some reason brought up the time where I encountered that little girl on the bridge. Once I told him that, he immediately told me that he knew what I was talking about. It turns out that many years ago, a family was driving on the bridge during a storm and had crashed. The girl was the only survivor and went to the edge of the bridge to jump. That's all I heard from Dan. I'm not sure if what he told me was true, but if he's not making this up, I wouldn't be surprised.